Listen, there's a lot to go through. I know we don't want to keep you too long, but we did see today the Attorney General, Bill Barr, gave a press conference this morning on top of the summary he wrote last week, and it does seem like there is some difference between what the Attorney General said this morning and what we all learned when we saw the actual Mueller report. What do you think?
Well, yeah, there are dramatic differences between the 4-page press release that Attorney General Barr released a few weeks ago and then the whole propaganda campaign they've been conducting ever since and the actual Mueller report. And they've been depending on that in order to try to form public opinion and get it to congeal around a couple of talking points like no collusion, no obstruction. But the report shows something quite different. In the second volume of 150 pages on obstruction, the special counsel sets forth more than 10 different episodes of presidential interference with the law enforcement function by attempting to get prosecutors to do this, to get prosecutors to do that, to get rid of personnel that he considered problematic and so on. So I think there's a substantial body of evidence that's been compiled by the special counsel, which demonstrates obstruction of justice. What kept him from pronouncing on the ultimate legal conclusion, which was the gap that the Attorney General pounced on in order to insert his own opinion, was simply the fact that the Department of Justice takes the position that the president cannot be indicted while in office, although the special counsel is very careful to point out he can be indicted after he leaves office. It's also the point that he raises that the Attorney General himself takes the position that the president, under this unitary executive theory, can never be guilty of obstructing justice. That's a radical and extreme view, which the special counsel goes to great pains to debunk and to refute at the end of the report, where he says if that's true, then the president is essentially above the law, but nobody is above the law. And it is the difference between a constitutional democracy and a monarchy that the president is bound by the rule of law and can't fire prosecutors for investigating his friends or his family, and can't bribe jurors and so on. We don't have a king here, and I like the fact that the special counsel at least is insisting upon that basic principle of law.